This year has been a dramatic one, and at least for me, and I think for a lot of people, whether you agreed with the things that have happened to you and everyone else, I think we all know that sometimes we're helpless, and that human feeling is one that sucks. Because depending how much it impacts you, that course you are following can be completely derailed. I have moved to a completely new state about a year ago, probably a year by the time this video comes out. Moved to the southeast in the beautiful state of North Carolina, and the change in scenery has inspired me so much. Something about taking your dog to pee in the woods can become a magical trip that really speaks to you, even in its simplicity. But moving is also really lonely. You don't have family around. You feel lost. You can't call your friends. I still found time to distract myself. Being in the bar alone because you have to run away from something is a feeling that can both be revealing and also depressing. I've been working until 3 in the morning. Some days I go in normal hours and hit traffic, but that's not what I'm talking about when I mean there's waves in the ocean. I broke up with my girlfriend of 4 years, and she didn't have much fight in her about it. That can be crushing. Wave the white flag like you didn't give them your time and efforts, which are infinitely the most important resources and ones you will never get back. What is my value? Am I who I think I am? Am I unlovable? I would say the answers aren't even really relevant. Whatever you think is the answer, the opposite is likely true. None of us are perfect, but none of us are also undeserving of love either. We may just be unlovable to someone else. The breakup took a lot from me, even in its moments of revelation where I found a nugget inside me that I knew. The duality of the moment was never forgotten, or not felt at my core. I kept our dog, and the transition has been tough on him, but seeing him happy when I take him to the park or take him out extra before I have to leave for 10 hours some days is what really makes me hang through the moments. I got home late from work one night and I was listening to music while taking my dog out. For me, music has been somewhat lackluster, but both Freddie Gibbs, who's one of my top 3 favorite rappers, and Westside Gunn dropped some. And naturally I started to dance a little bit in my living room since it's missing about 40% of the furniture that used to be there. My dancing is like a 3 out of 10, but I was enjoying myself, enjoying the moment. My dog had the zoomies at 3 a.m. as I had gotten off a late shift. I realized in that moment, I hadn't danced with my ex-girlfriend once. That is a record for me, 4 years of not dancing. Outside of once in New York for a friend's wedding, and it was barely dancing. No clubs, no bars, nothing. And I had forgotten entirely how to dance, or how I like to dance, because it's my best impression of dancing. I realized then that while I was running from the experience since that decision was made, I could have been figuring out what it is I like to do. I let myself feel uninspired and hurt and somewhat ashamed of who I was. I did my best. I tried to balance my projects with her and our future. And I never got that back. I never had it reciprocated. So is what I'm even doing worth it when I feel like the same piece of the puzzle is why I've been falling out with friends and past girlfriends? It's cost too much already. It isn't a sunken cost, it's an investment. And the only investment you can really control. People don't need to see your value. What you value is unique to you. What is it you're willing to pay for whatever dream you possess? I decided that dream is to be the best version of me. The one that was finally being consistent with the gym. The one that sits down and draws and creates art, even what my mind is saying isn't nice. I won't surrender when the cost has been this much. Not just what I have paid into this dream, but what my parents have paid, what my grandparents paid, what my friends and mentors have paid, and all the belief that they've put, all that vested. I can't just give that up. You don't give up when others believe in you. And there's people out there who have experienced what you have, seen what you've seen. They just won't talk about it because it probably broke them. They believed the people who said no way a lot more than the 1 or 2 people who said go for it. Could be because people love us and don't want us to be hurt because they know the costs. Or they could also just hate to see others do what they can't, what they think they can't. They have limited their ability. I think the problem is we seem to fall apart when we are confronted with change. Hardships inevitably will change your life if they truly are hard. We become frantic because something now is missing and we need things to be predictable, familiar. We try and fill this void with easy things like alcohol and other coping mechanisms. I think if we just focused on holding on to what we have, that which propels us forward positively, and we have to become okay with some things taking a backseat. I'm not trying to belittle or minimize issues that take our sense of purpose away. It is hard to feel any triumph is worth the prize and the price. When the prize is abstract or not tangible yet, especially when the pain and loss and sacrifices are very tangible and deeply felt. I ask, what's the alternative? Self-destruction is dangerous because while we escape our thoughts and pain for a bit, as long as you don't allow whatever struggle you face to defeat you, you deserve to move on from anything. Because life is too grand and too beautiful to let the bad parts sum up its blessings. The chance to make a difference to whoever is also suffering, to give them a piece of your light, and for a bit remind them that the world is amazing. Even in its dark moments, the flame of humanity will never be extinguished. And with that, I hope you guys go forward today and conquer anything that you are facing, and never give up.